Hello, class, and welcome back to arithmetic. I hope you're having a wonderful day in the Lord and that He is blessing you in many ways. Look here as we begin. 1 metric ton equals 2,000 pounds. Good job. 1 meter equals 1,000 millimeters. 1 kilometer or kilometer equals 1,000 meters. See? 1 decameter equals 10 meters. 1 hectometer equals 100 meters. 1 meter equals 10 decimeters. 1 dozen things equals 12 things. You're saying it with me, and you should note that quickly, all right? 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. 1 kilogram equals what? 1,000 grams. 1 peck equals 8 quarts. 1,000, 100, 10, 1/10. How would you write 1/10 as a decimal? 0.1. 1/100th. How would you write 1/100th? Yes, 0.01. 1/1000th. How would you write 1/1000th? Yes, 0.001. However many zeros there are is how many places past the decimal you would write it. 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters, and 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds. Remember, metric ton is 2,200, but just the regular ton is 2,000. It just says ton, it's 2,000. It says metric ton, it's 2,200. Let's go on and look at some geometry, some geometric terms. These are called what? Parallel lines. Parallel. They're running the same direction. Intersecting lines. Good job. Simple closed figure. Now, what I mean by a simple closed figure is simply the lines do not intersect. It creates a shape without any intersecting lines. So a square, a rectangle, all of those are simple closed figures, okay? Now, simple closed curve means the line is curving, a simple closed curve. Closed the figure with a curve. So you could have a square, or a rectangle with a curve on the top, and that could be a simple closed curve too. But what about this? This is a polygon. Now, more specifically, we'll talk about the actual shape with how many sides later. But any shape that's made up of line segments, we could call a polygon. All right, a polygon. Okay? Polygon. So a triangle could be a polygon too. It has 3 line segments. And these are line segments all put together to make the shape called a polygon. Many kinds of polygons. Perpendicular line. Congruent angles. Right angle. Ray. Line has the arrows on the end. Line segment. And like I said, the different segments can make a shape. Point. Angle. 2 rays put together can make an angle. Rhombus. Not to be confused with parallelogram. Did you say it before I did? Trapezoid. Learn these shapes, especially these last 3 I just showed you. Those are the ones that you might not know, or you might not have already known, whereas this next one I know you know. Rectangle, right? Rectangle. Circle. Triangle. I know you know those ones. But it's the rhombus, parallelogram, and trapezoid. Go home, make cards if you have to go home. You are at home. Are you at home right now? Well, maybe you aren't at home. But make cards if you need to and learn all of your shapes and be able to identify them. They'll show up on quizzes as well as tests. Now we've got some geometry on the board today. We're going to have fun with it. We're actually going to be scientists today. We're going to be mathematicians. We're going to be using this material, and we're going to learn formulas. That's right. You're going to learn formulas, and I want you to pay very close attention, because in 5th grade, you have to be able to do this. In 6th grade, you have to be able to do this. Learn the formulas and impress your teacher. And we're going to start with it now. And then when you get there, you will remember when you get to class. So parents, if you're watching, I know it's closer to the end of the year, and getting this down, they will get this again next year too, and it will be introduced again. But if you get it now, it'll be a lot easier for you when you get to 5th grade and 6th grade, because it'll go a lot faster. So you'll want to get this. So you listen very carefully. I'm going to stood up, and I want you to look at what I've written on the board. Can you read that all right? This says perimeter, the distance around. Perimeter is simply the distance around. You may have heard that word before, right? Because even in 3rd grade, you may have done something like this, but we're going to go a little more involved with it now. There are formulas for that. For example, we're going to talk about 2 kinds of perimeter problems. There is perimeter for solving a triangle, like what you see here, and a perimeter for solving a rectangle. There are 2 different formulas that you will learn. So whenever you see P, that means perimeter. So let's look at the triangle. We have side A, we have side B, and we have side C in a triangle. There's 3 sides. So perimeter equals A plus B plus C. See? A plus B plus C, and that's how you get the answer. Side A plus side B plus side C will give us the answer. It might be in feet, might be inches, whatever the unit is that they give you. For now, we're just going to put some numbers for this one. So if side A was, let's say, 5, and side B was, let's say, 7, or whatever, and side C was 3, we'd add them together to get the perimeter, and then we'd go P equals, what's 5 plus 7? And you should say 12 plus 3, 15. So P equals 15. And that's how you solve the perimeter of a triangle. You simply add the 3 sides together. There will always be 3 sides with a triangle. A plus B plus C. Side A plus side B plus side C will give you the answer for perimeter of a triangle. And that's not too hard. I think you can do that, no problem. Now let's go to a rectangle. There's a different formula for solving for a rectangle. There are 2 sides. There are these 2 sides called the length, and these 2 sides called the width that are the same. So the formula for solving for the perimeter of a rectangle is, there's 2 choices here. There's P, which stands for perimeter. Perimeter equals length plus width plus width. Or P equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. What do we mean by that? For example, if the length was 6, that's long. The longer one is the length, because one side's longer than the other with a rectangle, right? And there are 2 longer ones, and then there's 2 shorter ones that are the same. These 2 are the same, and these 2 are the same. So if the length equals 6, that's this one, right? 8. And the width equals 5 feet. How do you solve it? Well, we know these 2 are the same. So we could go these 2 are the same, and these 2 are the same. So if the length is 6, we would simply go 6 plus 6. And then if the width is 5, plus 5 plus 5, right? And we could simply go P equals 6 plus 6 plus 5 plus 5. Now, if you're using this formula, which I believe that this is probably the better formula for a rectangle, as your numbers get bigger, this one's going to be better to use. But either one for now you may use to get the answer. Perimeter equals what? 2 times the length. What is the length? 6 feet. 2 times 6 plus 2 times the width. The width is 5. So 2 times 5. Notice I put parentheses around it and I put a plus sign there. So then I go P equals, what's 2 times 6? 12 plus, what's 2 times 5? 10. P equals, what's 12 plus 10? 22. 22 what? It's feet. So always put your units. If it's feet, put feet. If it's yard, put yard. If it's inches, put inches. Does that make sense? You may watch this video as many times as you want. Again, 2 ways to do the perimeter of a rectangle, which is the distance around. It's 6 plus 6 plus 5 plus 5, or memorize the formula. 2 times the length, because there's 2 of them, plus 2 times the width, because there's 2 of them. And the length was 6, so 2 times 6 plus 2 times 5, because the other one's 5. 12 plus 10, 22 feet. And always put the unit at the end if they give you a unit to do. And you will be able to do the perimeter of a triangle and the perimeter of a rectangle. I hope this has helped you today. Again, go back and watch the video again. It will be in your book for your assignment today, Introduction to Perimeter. And you will be able to do a fabulous job having this information using the formulas. You'll be memorizing the perimeter of a triangle, A plus B plus C formula, and the perimeter for a rectangle, it's behind me, using the formula either length plus width plus width, or 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Memorize the formula and it'll help you out later on. And not only this year, but next year and the year after and the year after that as well. You take care and do a good job on your paper today. And I will be looking for you in the next video.